Okay. Back to Elden Ring. Um, Now. Oh, that's loud. That's loud. Gotta clear some morning thoughts, I think. Or just some thoughts in general. Well, first of all, I rewatched one of the greatest. Well, yeah, no, it deserves that title. I think one of the greatest comedies I've ever seen. Office Space from I think it's in 1997. Oh wow, this movie is just I went through the whole movie again. An hour flew by just like that, and I just couldn't stop laughing. This movie is like it's really funny the first time, and then it's one of those movies where if you just watch it again and again, it's like I don't know, it stays funny. Um, and it's timeless, like the issues and the themes that it addresses are like I think they're still around today, right? Um, and one thing I really felt was weird is that movie, like I felt like the look of that movie took me back to the like because if you watch any movie, like anything that's DVD or like VHS, these are really like old formats. They have a look to them that I can't describe, and sometimes a movie maker might replicate it in some way just to kind of communicate vintage or old or like the past. But DVDs have a certain look to them I cannot explain. I think technically it's because they were interlaced when they record, meaning every other line for every frame. I don't know, but there's something about the color and the look of it that makes me think, oh, this is DVD. I think I can recognize DVD like right away. And honestly, like I have no like fondness for it in particular. I honestly prefer the new digital look. It gives the new stuff that's coming out. I love the look of it. It's so clean and it's better. There's no reason to go back to DVD. But when I watch Office Space, the DVD look makes me feel like I'm back in time. And is that because the colors? That it can't be that reality back then looked more like the DVD. It can't be because reality is always looking the same. It's like the light rays are light rays. There's nothing different about them today. So it must be that it's associative memory. Like my brain thinks that this scene looks like a 1990s scene, but that's only because probably I watched a lot of this content in 1990. Not that the scene itself has some color or like vibe from the 1990s, if that makes any sense. What I'm trying to say here is that a new person, like a person who's like less than 20 years old, may watch that and feel, well, yeah, the colors are different, but so what? They have no emotion. Like there's no vintage feel for them. It just looks different, I think. So for me though, it's like it'll forever remind me of like those times, right? Laser printers everywhere and CRT monitors and all that shit. And it's like it's so many memories all bottled up in one for me. And it's kind of crazy that just the look of the DVD can just flood my brain with all that at once. Just the look of it. That associative memory I think can play there, which is crazy. It's crazy how it's intermixed like that. But yeah, that movie is so good, Office Space. And I was looking it up, like Mike Judge, who was the creator of Beavis of Butthead, was the guy responsible for that movie. And again, it's just good storytelling, characters that have something they want to accomplish. I can't explain it, just whenever I explain a movie and I listen to it later, it's like okay, let me just watch the movie, right? If I want to, I'll watch it and I'll understand. But yeah, it's brilliant. This movie is just brilliant. I don't know what to say about it. Like I want to say something about it, but I can't figure out what. Like what's a good thing to say about it? Just running my head through the movie now. Well, Jennifer Aniston's gorgeous. Holy crap. Um, Jesus, she's so pretty. And yeah, yeah. I think uh, I worked in a computer company back then. In those times, and it is as miserable as the movie portrays it to be. It is. It's I couldn't understand why. Like the movie, like generally speaking, a lot of offices, the a lot of computer like work offices looked exactly like the way it was portrayed. It's very accurate. It's exactly like that. Every cubicles, bland fluorescent lighting, and like I think that's changed now. I haven't like last I looked at some pictures of like what a computer office looks like. Oh, it's that's gone a drastic improvement. But here's the odd thing. So sometime in like I think the year 2000 something, I worked at an internship at a large telecommunications company, and I really wanted this job because you know what, the offices were brand new, and it wasn't that kind of drab, cubicle fluorescent look. It was more modern. Okay, it had down lighting, like so it's not like this, I don't know, ghostly white light. It was more like the yellow lighting. That's more natural. But I was equally miserable there. So it's not about the decorations. It's about the soullessness of the place. Like everyone's kind of like, ugh. The soullessness and your feeling of kind of powerlessness, like you're just a cog in a machine, and there's no room for expression. And all these themes are captured very wonderfully in that movie. Like I never really realized it like consciously back then, but like now I do, and it really takes those themes and drives it home like very well. And so yeah, the misery was more from I'm doing something very robotic every day. There's no sense of overarching purpose. Like I often question the thing that I was assigned to do. Is that really necessary? Like, do I really need to do this? And there was also that similar feeling of I can work at like 1/10 of the rate that I'm working. Like I could work, and nobody would notice or care. Like I could work faster, and I wanted to. Actually, I wanted to, but there was no reason to. What they cared about more was, hey, you came at 9:30, not 9 o'clock, right? And there's a bit of like, so what on my side, because I was also very objective focused. Like, what do you really want me to get done for you here today? But it's not about that, is it? It's not about accomplishing a shared objective. It's about following their rules, living under their set of arbitrary, I would say it's almost arbitrary, rule set. They might not think that way, but I do. I think that's changed a bit over the years. But the general idea that you have to follow the overall. I'm trying to find the words for this, but anyway, I shouldn't speak too much about it because I don't know too much about this subject. I have not worked in many places, but I have worked in large corporations, and I never wanted to do that again. I was like a lot happier, like working at smaller places, like 3, 4, or just one boss, honestly, because there's more sense of direction. Like there's more sense of, well, we got to get this done, and it's almost like a video game. It's like we got to get this done, but how you go about doing it, that's your business. If that makes any sense? Not. All I care about is that you come in on time, dress a certain way, and don't ever question my authority. Like it's not like that. You know what I mean? So it's very strange. I'll have to explore this later. I'm not really entirely sure like what's going on here. Yeah, this mess around. I'm gonna beat him with no buffs. I figured this out. Just forget the buffs. I don't care if it takes me like 50 tries. Every time I beat this guy in my playthroughs, it's a little bit sad. Because there's no other fun boss after this. This is the most fun boss for me in the game. So then like after you beat him, it's like, ooh, it's over. But then, man, is this playthrough over? Because I don't want to fight any other boss like in the game. Romania, Saints of the Bud, is the worst boss I think that FromSoft put out in this DLC. It's so generically blah to me, and I don't know why. It's a bit compared to the other stuff, really. So, yeah. This spear stab, though, it's like I can't ever read it. All right, dude. Oh, really? Yeah, Office Space, and like the way like the opening scene, how they picture like rush hour traffic, just cracks me up every time. So like it's so important in the movie to create something that's relatable, you know. And I always think that may not be as easy as it seems, because let's say even with this YouTube stuff, are you creating something to impress or to relate? Well, there's also, you create to guide. You want to help people understand something. In which case, impress, like, wow, give them the wow thing, is important, because if you don't wow them, they don't think your guidance is worth listening to. I think, is that right? So, but then that creates an avenue for manipulation. Like they'll try to impress you more than it actually is what it is, showing off essentially, and which is understandable. I got that this time. Why doesn't the Hornet ever aggro the guy? Jesus, come on, man. Like, that's why I summon you. Just take the aggro. Take the aggro, please. I'll just look at him in the face, look him in the eye. Oh, there we go, see? That's good. So I don't dodge anything because I just wait. I just wait and... Oops. Yeah. Oh, I got hit there. Okay. So, but yeah, so it takes a lot of, I think, courage, confidence to just, and like, let's say for the case of that movie, Office Space, they don't have fancy sets to work with. They don't have like fancy European architecture to like capture your eye. It's the most blandest. Like if I wanted to make a movie, I'd like to leverage like, let's say like this scene right here. Got some nice architecture, some lovely candles. It's just very moody. This will up the visual value of it, I suppose, for free, in a sense. But using like the most drabbest like office environment as a back setting and expecting viewers will come watch this, oof, that's a lot of confidence. That means you're very confident about the material that you're presenting, the humor and the themes. And not only that, but you're also confident your viewers will see that. Like, you are already resigning yourself to the fact, well, this will not be a very popular, like, this won't be an instant hit. This won't generate instant hits because you could not possibly make a good trailer out of this. But over time, people will find out the value of it, and I'm willing to wait, right? Is what Mike Judge is I think that's what Mike Judge was thinking in his head. I don't know. But I'm just saying it's not easy to resign yourself to the fact that I'm going to use drab settings. It won't have any kind of appeal on the surface. But if people should find my movie and watch it, they will be enchanted by the humor and the characters and the story I'm trying to tell. And I think that's very endearing. Like, that's very endearing to me. I think it shows a lot of confidence. And it appeals to me very much. Yo, 2 dodges, huh? Okay, come on. Okay, good. Just patience. Just focus on dodging. Horn said, please, please do something. Would you please do something? Oh god, no. Is he dead? Oh shit, he's dead now. I waited too long. Okay, I'm screwed now, I think. It's okay.
A lightless creature.
Delay on the stat. The delay on that is just catches me off guard. Right. So like, it's incredible. And I didn't even know he was playing both the manager and the boss. Both of the roles, which are like, which represents the enemy, I think, or the thing to be vanquished in that movie. The soulless corporate tyrant that dictates how everyone should dress and behave. And he played both those roles, and I never knew that. I mean, like, that's, the costumes are really good. Okay, dodge. Thank you. Oh, Horns, it's so passive. Look at this. No, there's just no way. Because I'm running too much, huh? Maybe. Like he's rolling. He's not doing anything. That's like 5. Is it because he's not doing any damage?
In the embrace of mesmerism.
Is it because I didn't upgrade the summon stuff? I feel like that might be the thing. I didn't upgrade the summon stuff, that's why. Alright. I'm going to test that. Maybe that's true. Because he's not pulling aggro the way I thought he would. And that's kind of weird. So, must be here. Right, one thing I also noticed, oh my god, like after doing these Elden Ring like series for so long, I noticed like my speech rate just gradually slowed down. And I think that's why like I started doing this. It's not because I want to look cool, even though I think it does look cool. It fits the pacing of my speech. It's weird, okay? Like when I watch it, I don't feel this so much when I'm playing. Like when I'm playing, like if I talk at a rate, I can walk at this speed or whatever. But it does have a little bit of an, if I walk like this, sorry, I'm just cutting over myself. If I walk over like this, I feel like that my speech rate matches this visually. But if I do this, I'm compelled to, I'm gonna hurry up my speech a little bit. It's, fuck, I don't get it. Like, for some reason, like just gently pushing up on the L pad slows down my speech. Okay, that's eerie. That's creepy. All right? I'm sure I can like try hard and I could mix it up, but it's weird how this will lead my speech to slow down. I don't understand entirely why. And I'm here to get the thing. And then listening to myself talk for quite a while, if I switch to any other video on YouTube, the difference in speed is startling. Videos I took for like as normal speed before become hyper fast, and I can't keep up. I can't keep up. My brain's like becoming frantic. It feels anxious. It feels like I gotta speed shit up. Like it's like this rushed feeling I can't explain. And it's kind of uncomfortable, to be honest. Like videos I just watched in large volumes a week ago, but they're all gaming videos, to be fair, and then I load up some movies and I realize that, well, at least for like a slow-paced action scene, a slow-paced conversation scene, my speech rate here is not abnormal at all. It's completely in line with, maybe a tad slower than what is presented in movies, especially intimate scenes, when, every word does matter, right? And then like the reason why I think this is happening is also I tried to make it a kind of a goal or just for myself because I did not like it when I was tripping up on words. And the only way I trip up on words is because the words are too long. My thoughts are going at a certain rate. The words are too long, and I feel like there's no physical way to output the word in time. So you trip up. I trip up at least. So I have to give the word breathing room, so to speak, which is good. So another thing, this one thing leads to the next here. Watching my own videos after is weird, but also soothing at the same time. I don't understand it. I just don't. And that, though, serves as a guideline on what I want to do. Like, because this is my kind of a personal collection of mine, like I want to archive this for myself, partially. The other part is also like, it's so fun if I believe it's an audience. Fuck. Okay. I want everything I change, it's because I think it's more pleasant later to watch and listen to. Like if I make a change, like if I talk faster, let's say, and I don't like it, then I won't go that direction, if that makes any sense, right? Like I'm dog fooding my own content, is kind of what I'm trying to say. Okay? I rewatch it, I look at it for like, okay, is this something I'd want to watch? And that's how I do it. So I've lost the plot here. Why am I in this location? Because I want to get, it's here, isn't it? It's the main gate. Gotta upgrade Horn Scent for Mesmer. Because usually he draws a lot more aggro, from what I can recall. So, yeah. Also, I have to just bring this up. Like, some guy came out and said, on one of my vids, like he said, yo, this vid, the game audio is too loud and the voice is too low. It was like a Titan, it was just a live recording. The popular one, though, of the Titan video. Titan Plague Bearer video. And I was, okay, but what do you, because I wasn't saying anything important about the build at the time, and in that video, but I asked him, what is it about the build that you might want to know? And then he replies to me, no, nothing. I just want to hear your buttery voice at work. And okay, that made my day. Not gonna lie. Okay, it makes me happy because first, it's not even about the content that's in the video. He just wants to listen to someone talk about games or whatever. I understand the feeling. I watched a lot of streaming. Is it really about the game draws you into a common place? Like it's how do I put this? It's a common meeting ground of sorts. But past that, unless you're like really looking for help or a guide, it could just be about, I don't know, wanting to feel like someone else had played this too, and is sharing the experience in a way, like in a certain way, right? And I totally understand that. And then it can get like to all sorts of places, like they now invite you into their private lives, they talk about their private life and shit. But generally speaking, I think that's the overall gist of it, I think. And the game is what brings you together, like a common hobby, let's say golf or like whatever, right? Initially, if you meet buddies like playing the driving range, that's what initially gets you together, and then it may also what brings you together later, like you guys meet up for that. But what are you really doing? This is just an excuse to meet up, right? And so if it's just an excuse, can you get rid of it? Can you just dispose of the hobby and just meet up? You could, but somehow it's just more fun to have an activity to share together while conversing. It's weird. And because conversation is so different these days, sometimes it's just talking to a microphone, right? And not having the back and forth. So I think that's the dynamic at play with streaming a little bit. It's all different. It's so many different forms of content out there. So right. Which is why fundamentally, doing this is extremely different from playing with no mic, no potential for anyone to ever share this with you ever, for all of time. As if you record this and just on your hard drive, that's where it stays forever. And but if you record it, put it on a YouTube video, in a stream, it's out there. It now exists in the public world, and there's it's like a 0 to infinity massive difference between the two. It's not just it's stored on a hard drive or it's stored on YouTube servers. It's not that at all. It is on the hard drive. No one will see it but you, right? But on a public YouTube, the world can see it. I don't know. It seems obvious when I say it, but I don't think it's that obvious. I think it's obvious in a subconscious way, but it's not obvious in a conscious way. I think that's for a lot of things that holds true. I will remember this one for sure. Some things are obvious in a subconscious way. I'm not sure if you can even apply the word obvious to the word subconscious. I think they're one and the same. When you hear something you may have never heard consciously, and it strikes a chord with you, isn't that because your subconscious knew that to be true all along? Just someone had to put words on it, if that makes sense. That's a feeling I get sometimes from watching videos. You hear something or a movie, and when you hear it, you don't need anyone else to convince you. You just know it to be true. It just coincides with everything you've ever experienced so far, and on top of that, there might even be a deeper layer to that. Perhaps you were born with this understanding. You were born with this understanding, just not made aware of it. Anyway, okay. Now let's see if Hornzen got a little bit tougher here. Okay, come on, hit him. 1, 2, 3. What? I'm almost positive I dodged that one. Just 2 charge shots only. Good. Charge shots do better here, I think. Sometimes. Stunned. You're kidding me. Got him. Okay. Go. Slam. Ooh. Okay. That spear. Please. Hornzen? Yes, very good, Hornzen. Okay, good. Excellent. Oof. Okay, I gotta heal up here. Then do this. Okay. Oh! Did Hornzen do that? That's why he's on the team, huh? Okay, he does this chunk damage sometimes. Something like, yeah. That attack is a bit hard to read. Okay, should be it. If he just lets me get one more attack in. Yeah, I got him. Yeah, it turns out those I'm pretty sure the +3 there really mattered.
upon thee.
Because this is a first try after the upgrade, so. And that's the sad part where my favorite boss dies, and now the rest is just cleanup. So like that means that the playthrough for me at least is coming to an end, because I could just never figure out how to beat Radon. Who isn't a fun? Who isn't a? Oh no! Wait, it's not over. The manor, the madhouse, is still left. Okay, all bigger. Right. I think filmmakers are really, like, they're brilliant. Like, I don't know, like really good filmmakers. It may not just be the director, as you know, but it's truly striking when the same director can make two films that not, yeah, when they can make, okay, it's more like this. They make a movie you like a lot. You look up who is the director. Okay, you register that in your mind. And then you watch another movie later on that you like a lot. Okay, who's this director? Oh my god, it's the same person. At that point, my attention really peaks. That's when I look them up on Wikipedia. And I'm like, attached. Like, I want to, next time, if it says it's a movie by him, I'll watch it. However, if it's too prominently like title of the movie, this is a movie by this guy, don't forget this, then I might get a little bit turned off by that. But like, for example, the movie I was rambling about Equalizer again and again, like in the last 10 videos. It's the same guy who did Training Day, some director called Fuqua. And I love Training Day. I've watched Training Day like 10, 20 times, I don't know. Same Denzel Washington, right? But crazy, you know. And which took me down another rabbit hole, because that's when I looked him up on Wikipedia. I wanted to know a little more about his background, and it actually said something interesting. He was really, really fond of the works by some painter called Caravaggio. I don't know how to say it in Italian. And I looked at his paintings, and holy, like, it's not quite one to one, but I can see how, like, those paintings, and like, you can see a little bit of that contrast, I guess, like the light and the shadow is very intense. It's very real. Like, they're eerily real, those paintings, in a way I can't describe. And I can see his appeal, like the appeal of his works. Not really my thing, though. I'm not gonna like look at that all day long, but yeah, it's interesting. And then I had to look up this guy's Caravaggio, his background. Oh, he had a miserable existence, from what I can tell. But like, that's what I think. All great artists are tortured souls. Because, you know why this is true? There was a time in my life where I was truly, like, happy. When I mean happy, I mean content. Like, you know, dream come true kind of a scenario. And during that time, I was trying to make other stuff, like artistic stuff, like, just, you know, I like making music, games, like, if I could. And nothing came out. Like, that well had just run dry for whatever reason. It's just, you try and you just can't find that driving impetus anymore. It's gone. You can't fake it either, you know? And I would be dragging my notebook along everywhere and trying to work, trying to recapture that sense of creation. I just ended up surfing the web every time. No joke, alright? I'd have Xcode open and I do nothing, alright? I do like one or two microscopic changes, okay? Like slightly alter the tint of the bar, and that's it. And to be honest, most of the day was just taken up by other responsibilities. Let's put it that way. It's so difficult. Right? And it has to do with, I think, youth as well. When you're younger, like, it's a lot easier to tap into those. I think young people are all kind of tortured in some way. I was. I think everyone is. Jesus Christ, God. Oof, come on. Shh. Shh. Yeah, The Equalizer. Oh man, I gotta watch the whole movie one day. It's so crazy how lazy I am about it. Like, you know, because I don't have an easy way of watching a movie. So I'll settle with the preview videos or the trailers that are scattered across YouTube now. It's so different now. Like you can almost piece together the entire movie from just the trailers that are free. So where is it? The underground. Yeah, this dude in the cave. Is it here? It's here somewhere. Here we are. Yeah. Alright, now I can focus. Now that I've got my majority of the thoughts out, I can focus on the game again. Oh, another interesting phenomenon I felt. When I was recording, like, I wanted to do a quick video, maybe, about the Plague Bearer build, and I was recording it. I tried 3 times to edit that stuff, and it just, kind of a feeling. I could have pushed on, but I didn't. And I just did a live take of it, just one go. And it was okay. I spoke my thoughts out loud, thinking that this should be edited out, or it's taking too long. Then I rewatched it, and I thought, oh, it's okay. I mean, if you really wanted to know stuff about it, you can scrub a little bit through the video, right? And like at this point, is it worth it to, like, if you masterfully edit it, I think that would just widen the appeal, so to speak. Like, you would capture the impatient people then, maybe. But then, if that person's so impatient, they wouldn't even want to think about the build. Like, they don't really care about the build itself or how it really works, or they'll just copy and paste the damn thing as quickly as possible. Like, oh shit, fuck, I don't know, whatever. So I thought, there isn't much value in editing it. Holy crap, was it? Wow. Okay. So, yeah. I just left it at that. I think YouTube pushes your video out way more if you make it into a video and don't... Like, if you leave it as a live performance, like a live video, it does not really promote it as much as if you turn it into a vid. I've seen the numbers go up way faster. But then I realized, like, those okay, so I think... I don't know how other people perceive it, but those view counts, it's so easily to get seduced by that. Because those are counting views where someone clicks on it and then clicks off right away. Because they just didn't care. And do you count that as an affirmation or not? It isn't. Right? The guy's life would have been better off without ever clicking on your video. So why would you want that number included? It's misleading. It's easy to go like, oh, this shit got like 2,000 views, it must be better. Not necessarily. It had more reach, that is a fact that you cannot disprove. But whether or not that thing is actual better value over the 100 view one, this all depends what those views actually mean, doesn't it? If those 100 views are all people watching it from beginning to end, engaging in it, like liking it, those 100 views are like 30,000 to me. Like, you know what I mean? And the 2,000 could be just, wow, you got lucky. Some famous dude told you that was hot shit. and there you go, right? But mostly everyone clicked off. What's worse, right? Would you rather have 2,000 views where 90% of people clicked off, right? Which totals like what? My math is so bad right now. 200, right? Yeah, that means 200 people actually cared and stayed, right? Or a video where only you have 100 views, but mostly everyone cared to stay. I know which one I prefer. You know what I mean? So, it's so easy. I have to be careful myself, like just not to get seduced by, well, this got a shit ton of views, so it must be good. Right? And I know, like, I can't help refreshing that page over and over again just to see the view count go up. It's like intoxicating, right? Okay. Anyway. And yeah, the famous person like effect, the halo effect is real. I've seen it before. It's crazy. Like, you'd have something that sells at like a rate of like 30 a day, right? 30 a day. And then tomorrow, it's a huge rush. For whatever godforsaken reason, it jumps to 600. I'm like, what? It makes you happy. The dopamine rush is real, because that could mean like thousands of dollars in certain cases. And then, why? And, you know, just 5 minutes of internet sleuthing will tell you, okay, some pretty famous guy mentioned your thing. That's it. That's it. Some guy with a shit ton of followers in passing mention says he likes what you did. And then, wham, the value of your product seems to have gone up. But that kind of thing fades just as fast. Like, it goes up, and then as people's consciousness moves on, sales drop just as fast. So it's a big rush, and it's a big fall. And I don't know, it's okay for, like, you know, that thing, but I can see how that kind of shit could, like, unsettle people rapidly. It's not just the fame, it's the up and down of it. Right? Like, in this case, you have no control. Like, someone else was saying something great about it, so it got that attention, right? But what if, like, you know what I mean? Imagine that kind of life where, like, you're in a public life, when you're in the public eye all the time, everything you say or do in public is scrutinized, and your follower count goes up and down because of this. Oh boy, I do not envy that life at all. It must be exhausting. But some people might like it. I don't know. I wouldn't at all. Takes someone very... You have to learn how to manage it for sure. And get a thick skin. I'm not sure if that's the worst part. I think what the worst part is, people who profess to love you and cheer for you will just as quickly abandon you as the moment you are no longer that thing they love about you, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, fuck this. Like, I think that's scarier. Because you got the affirmation, you got the confirmation of someone likes you for apparently who you are, right? Because if you're a celebrity, that's what it means, right? But not really, right? Because if you lose your celebrity status, if you fade from the limelight, if you become kind of ugly, or you do something reprehensible, they leave. And they cheer for the next person. And from that point of view, I don't know how you look at the audience anymore, like how you look at your fans, right? They were never really your fans, kind of a thing. Like, I don't know how to explain this phenomenon. But it's like, again, you know, you have to, like, adopt a very professional attitude towards this, otherwise that can just eat you alive, I think. It's insane. It is insane. To me, it's insane. I don't know how to say it. Like, I think it would drive me insane. I know, just by selling a product it didn't drive me insane, but it sure as hell unsettled me a lot. Like, like at times it really unsettled me and got to me, like a lot of things, right? People who write fake bad reviews about what you've made. Like, it hurts a lot. Like, there's injustice, there's the feeling of being attacked, you feel like threatened in many ways. All in the name of good competition. And then the only way to fight that is just to get down to their level and do the same thing. I discovered there's no point playing the good guy anymore, because I tried that. It doesn't work. You can't play good guy anymore. No one cares. No one out in the public cares, unless it's brought into like a moral war where everyone can also chime in and win virtue signaling points. You know what I mean? Like, nobody cares. They'll take the most conveniently available truth offered to them. And so the only way to stop that kind of thing is you go on the attack. It's like these games too. If you defend, you will eventually lose. You have to just kill him before he gets to attack. Kind of a mentality. It's an old cliche by now, but it's basically what that guy said. Wasn't it Machiavelli? It's better to be feared than to be loved. It doesn't make sense until you experience like real life examples of how that's true in many scenarios, not just more than I like to believe. If you want your way, often it is better to be feared. That's true. And the guy spoke as well. I mean, when a person's fame stands the test of time, I think it's been scrutinized enough, like by enough people. So, whereas like short-term fame, we're not sure. Like, it could be just a blip or like an outlier. So yeah. No joke, I ordered like my breakfast from the same place today, and I always get the iced coffee. But today, like, for whatever reason, it is now. They gave me, instead of just a regular size, a cup, they gave me the entire bottle from which it comes from. It's like a 1.5 liter Starbucks like iced coffee. That's what it was. I'm like thinking, that's why it tastes good over other iced coffees that restaurants offer. And then with this little note saying "Doda," which means like so how you like this, huh? Like, how about this, huh? And it's like, it's kind of funny. It's like, I don't know why they remember me, or it's kind of sad because I think they know me or remember me, and well, say it's sad because I can't go back there anymore. So, all right, let me get this guy. For crying out loud, really? I have no more pots. That's okay. I remember this. Just seppuku then. Oh wait, I already cleared the zone, right? I did before. I'll see if I can dodge through it then. The rhythm is pretty consistent, so maybe it's not that bad. Through the legs? Yeah. Okay. Okay. And wrong room. Hope not. But yeah, I got a lot of coffee right now. like 1.5 liters of it for like good for like 2 days probably, so 3 days, so. But I guess I know this sounds like I shouldn't be complaining, but yeah, it will hurt if they go back to the cup, if you know what I mean. Today it's the bottle, right? But is this forever, or are they gonna go back to the cup? Which is why I don't like birthdays and events like Christmas. I don't like the up and down. I want a consistent baseline, and raise it too. But you know what I mean? It's like I want the person to look slightly better every day over looking ravishing on just one wedding day. If that makes any sense. It's weird. It's like, why is that, right? And that's why I don't like items like Headhunter, like where you just kind of go turbo for a short time and then back to normal. I don't like the going back to normal. I don't like the downgrade, if I could word it that way. I want the baseline to be upgraded permanently, which is why I prefer Mage Blood by a mile. Like, because Mage Blood what is Mage Blood but your upgrades are now permanent, unchangeable, unremovable, always to be with you for now and forever, and you can modify this upgrade through flasks. Like, that's such a cool item. I want it. Every league I want it. If I play any PoE league, that's the item I want, Mage Blood. People were mocking this stupid belt. I don't think it's a stupid belt. I think Ingenuity is a stupid belt because it's a flat stat stick. You know what I mean? There's no... It's like Astramentus. They're just stat sticks that don't do anything past the stats. If that makes any sense. It doesn't open up a new, unique way of doing something. Or if that makes any sense. Which is what a unique item is supposed to do, right? Like, it's supposed to open that up for you. That's why they're classified as uniques. Otherwise, it'll just be rares. Technically, like, Ingenuity is a unique because the effect that it has is a unique, but it is equivalent to, like, stats. Like, just... One could argue Mage Blood's like that too, but it's different because of the flasks. You can change it. Yeah, okay. Whatever. It just feels different. I don't want to argue about this one, obviously, but, like... It just feels different. I can't explain. I mean... And because, well, this could be just because Mage Blood offers more overall power, but every league, are they not equally, like, rare? I don't know. But Mage Blood is always in the order of like 4 to 5 times more expensive. I don't know. I don't know if they're equally rare or not. But the funny thing is that streamer I mentioned, Fubgun, he likes Headhunter so much, I think he spent like all of his currency in Standard to get a customized, like, limited edition version of it or something. Wow, he must really like Headhunter, right? Like, I'd never do that. I've tried Headhunter a few times and it's like, okay, immediate sell. Like, I want nothing to do with this item. So it's weird. It's like, that's what's cool about PoE. Like, they've got items for every personality type. Or something, I don't know, like, maybe. This guy's really hard. I think I need to word, like, Holy Resist or something. Ugh. Holy crap. Okay. Oh, okay. Did I pot in time? I did. This guy, when this guy appears, I just hate fights with summons. It's like, it just obstructs your entire view. That's the most annoying attack the boss has, is that fat dude that he summons. Yeah. So. Okay. I tell you, just that one guy saying that had a buttery voice, and you watch it, but just not because of the content. That's enough to spur me on to just do this again and again. Like, we're good. If I just reach one person, that's enough. Like, I mean, that means, because the thinking would go, there must be others like him, and that means, for me at least, it means there's a potentially unlimited audience. Like, right? Unless he's the only person on the planet who would ever think that way, which I don't think would be true. Oh shit, I'm gonna strafe this guy. Do the old strafe strat. That was the time where I realized I had a talent for gaming. Like, I remember like in high school, it was like it was a really weird time, and I look upon it really fondly. It was really the birth. The birth? I don't want to call it the birth. That sounds kind of gross. The what does English word escape me? The start of 3D gaming. Because prior to that, it was there was not the technology or the computing power for 3D gaming. It was all 2D. There was like the first hint of it from Wolfenstein 3D, but I remember reading that was not true 3D. It was like some gimmicky thing they did. And then the first true 3D game, I believe, was Doom. It was also not true 3D. It couldn't have like height, like you couldn't have a floor on top of a floor. But in all other regards, it was a true 3D game, and that was like the granddaddy, I guess, of all the. And then multiplayer came along, with modems and shit. And what I remember was, nobody could beat me at these games, at least in my little friend circle. You see, at that time, it was not easy to get on global multiplayer. I'm sure I would get my ass kicked in global, but at least amongst my friends at the time, like, I was just like miles ahead. Like, they couldn't even grasp the simple thing of just strafing around an enemy. Lateral movement causes, like, it's hard to get hit when you do lateral movement, and I would just do that to them endlessly, and they just spin in circles, not knowing like how to dodge anything. And while this is so obvious today, because you can just watch a video in 5 seconds, you understand that's how you're supposed to play, back then it wasn't. I think back then you had to even customize your controls to get what they call WASD today. Like, it would default to arrow keys moving, doing everything for you. And only through customization would you ever get a strafing mechanic. And if you had a strafing mechanic and you think I didn't, well, it's too easy. Right? The guy's like walking back and forth only, spinning around trying to aim at you. Well, you can do this, what I'm doing to the boss right now. So that was interesting. Like, oh fuck. Ugh. But then I realized that guy that I beat endlessly, he had a real talent for the time. It was like, oh, I remember, man. It was like burning CDs was a damn thing back then. That's so fucking nostalgic, you know? Seriously. Like, it was actually a time when, like, at home, you would not be, like, now no one gives a shit about, like, that kind of media, right? Like, those kind of disc media. Because everything's, like, the net's so fast, the hard drive's so large, you don't need that shit. But back then, it was, like, so limited that we needed, like, DVDs, or CDs at the time. And, like, you could burn your own CDs, which was, like, almost like it was a revolution, honestly speaking. It was a thing, man. And I remember, like, it was a whole thing about, like, knowing, like, which manufacturer of blank CDs was the best and all that. You know, it's crazy. Now it's like, who cares? Like, no one cares about that shit anymore. And but this guy who sucked at games, he had a real knack for like just people were paying him $20 to burn CDs. Crazy. He also did stocks in high school. Like, everyone's got different gifts. And yeah, but yeah, he couldn't play third party. He couldn't play first-person shooters at all. He was really horrible at it. It wasn't his thing though. Yeah. Oh fuck me. Ah. This boss. Is it like... Listen, this guy is harder than Mesmer. No joke. Like, Mesmer, like... He's one guy. He's always one guy. He doesn't summon other shit, except for the snake. And, overall, just a more fun, interesting, engaging boss. The feeling I get here is just frustration. Like, overwhelmed and frustrated. I think because he doesn't give you a break. There's no pause in his. It's just he has like no cooldown on his abilities. Once this finishes, he kind of just launches right into the next. Yeah, see, there's like not even a single like pause. It's like, there might be some cool trick to beat him, but whatever. Oops, wrong one. I don't know, man. Maybe this playthrough's done because I usually stop after Mesmer. But, I feel like going on. Ooh, I got that one. That's lucky. Alright. Alright. Get out of my face. Okay. Can't target him easily like the big guy again, raise again. Too much. I'm not having fun. When I'm not having fun, it's okay. I think I'll try a different boss. And I don't know. I mean, I'm trying this time to record it. It's a live recording, but it's not public, so there's no chance of. I felt so bad about people writing in chat, and I'm not replying. Right? So I thought, wait, I know a solution. I want the feeling of an audience, but I can just do a unlisted recording and just make it public after it's done. That way, there's no chance of anyone getting ignored. So that's sad. Every time you know what happens here is like I want to play through it all over again. Just do the bosses I think are fun. And did I clear Renala? Renala's a very fun boss. I think I want to do Renala. Or is it Rilana? I don't remember the name. Who happens to be the other humanoid boss in Elden Ring? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, about, yeah, so why was I bringing up Doom? I forget. Is it just for that, to mention that guy? I don't think so. What the hell? Why did I even bring the Doom up? Whatever. Well, they did release the new version of, was a new, not a, an alternate version, I would say. It's not even a sequel anymore, it's just... The more I think about it, the more they're trying to tap into some older gaming market or something, because Doom died a long time ago, I think. Like, the spirit, the spirit of it. And it's insane that Unreal Engine is now like still around as the, I think one of the top engines, right? Clear Obscure is based on Unreal Engine, and I played the original Unreal game. Like the original Unreal game, all I remember was, wow, the graphics, but everything else was just mediocre. Like, who cares, kind of a thing. Like, I don't remember anything about it. The weapons, the enemies, it was all like placeholder shit. And I don't know what the story behind it, but like it must have been like meant as a game, and then they realized the game sucks, but the engine's so good, so next best thing is to use it, you know, to iterate on the engine only and sell it to people, which makes sense. Because yeah, the game was so forgettable. It was like there's nothing about it that's noteworthy. I don't know what that is. Like just. Ah, fuck. This guy, she's not easy. Yeah. I think he was smart. Sometimes smarter to not, like, to boost, yeah. To boost defense over the HP pool. Depends. Like, there's a break point, right? If you can wear all heavy armor. But it looks kind of ugly. Okay, I'll do this. Looks kind of ugly. Not that it'll help, but... Or maybe it will. She walks really slow and does nothing sometimes. Is it because I'm not doing anything myself? Like that, it's just like not doing anything. Got nicked there. Oof. Okay. That's rough when she does that. Is that not input reading? I feel like it's input reading. Like, yeah, I think it is. If you pot, she immediately attacks. But that's... I guess that's fair, because that... Isn't that what a player would do? A player would do that. With good reflexes. Like, they'd pot as soon as you, Okay. Oh god. Oof. Oof. Okay. Oh boy, I'm out of pots. This is where I have to be really careful. I got a pot once, and then hit it one more time. Okay, I think that's it. That's it. What? One more time. You're kidding me. 2 more times? Yeesh. Come on. Can't be that hard. There we go. Will not be like the last time I fought Mesmer. Okay. Maybe the armor does make a difference, because why I swapped to the ugly armor and I won first try, so I think we do endurance or mind. I don't know. One or the other. Yeah, I think we do stamina. You can wear like the body armor, even though it's kind of ugly. Oh well. Yeah. Keep this, but all other armor heavy. This is acceptable. Is this still heavy? Even after switching all that stuff? Oh, okay. Alright, we'll keep it at this. Alright, Ronaldo's down. Maybe next go after the dancing lion stage front. So, yeah. Okay, let's do meteorite staff. Oh, I gotta bring this out. I don't know why. It's just like kind of an issue. Things that bother me. On YT, in the feed. I actually turned off the feed. You know, it's crazy that people made an app that I forgot what it was. It was about like the app would like just disable your recommendations and like suggestions at the end. So like basically what it meant was it's basically putting control back into you. Like you wait, hold on. Shit, man. You get to dictate. YouTube becomes your tool. What I mean by that is if you use YT as it is, so much of your activity is like, it's like TV. You end up watching shit you never intended to watch. You know, this has to be true, right? It is true, because the stats don't lie. 70% of the traffic, from at least my content, what I can see, generally speaking, is from recommendations. So like basically, people zombieing through the site, right? And just click. I'm not saying it's bad. That's exactly how people behave when they're relaxed. But some people want to take back control. Like they don't want that anymore. They want, there's good and bad in that, right? You may discover something amazing that you didn't know about. On the flip side, it may show you crap that you don't want to see. There's two sides of that. And sometimes the crap you don't want to see is extremely the negatives from seeing the crap you don't want to see, I feel for some people outweigh the benefits of discovering new stuff. I'll put it to you this way. And for me, it was stuff like, and this was a Japanese thing, okay, channel. I do not care for the circumstances. I don't want to find out. The thumbnail was cancer announcement, okay? Picture of a family crying on a sofa as a thumbnail. 2.4 million views in my feed. Please turn that off. It's not that I don't feel sorry for them. This is the wrong place for this stuff. Please, like, you know, it's the wrong place for this stuff. It's inappropriate. I don't know what else to say. People come to YT for entertainment, and that is not entertainment, like, at all. It's like a serious matter that I don't know. I'm not an expert how this should be dealt with, but not YT. You know, but I mean, they're free to do it, of course. It's just what also kind of irritates me is that why is there 2.4 million views on this? Like, please, like. So you might think, well, what do you have against that? It's just, you know, maybe they need money and funding. Yes, but they can't be the only ones, right? Like, I don't know. The list of ethical things I think are wrong with that are just endless. Like, it's just. And this is a debatable issue. This is why I don't want to put this out and have a discussion, because it's going to be like flared up. So I just voice what I think about it in a private room like this, which is my own. I hope it is my own. I don't hope for that. That is for me to control, and maybe some people care to listen, which makes me feel good. But I don't know. I don't know why that. I think it's because I accidentally I use Chrome by habit. I'm using Firefox now on Windows. I don't know what made me switch. I forgot. It was some silly reason. But then I type in Chrome by habit sometimes, and then I go to YT, and it's the unprotected or like default YT where I accidentally see like a normal YT that everyone else sees, right? And it's become a TV, right? It's just TV now. Like what made YT special was that it wasn't like TV. There were no ads. It was you search for something and we show it for you, like a library. So there can be no unsolicited information. You know, like I'm using the right staff. I am. 3 attacks. Oh wow, that's heavy hitting. Yeah, so that stood out in my mind. How to Make Rice, being more about cleavage than anything else, stood out in my mind. And I think this is something that's been getting worse and worse. I'm not gonna study this and provide a chronological average of how thumbnails have gotten more clickbaity, but it's just a generic feeling, and I usually like to trust that kind of generic feeling because it happened for a reason. I'm not biased to believe it. I'm just the feeling occurred to me for a reason, so I'll go with it. If you doubt yourself that quickly, then it's hard to even make any opinions or thoughts about anything, because there should be some validation, but not oh man, I'm going too far into this rabbit hole. I'll just stop. I think I wouldn't enjoy myself talking about this. Anyway, back to the game. Back to where it kind of all makes sense again. Right. Crap, man. And I'll bring one other thing I heard recently I thought was very, very true. I know this to be true. Because again, from that, I just can't stop watching that channel. Holy crap. Her name is something Swan. Spiritual something. Which I point on the other video, I still do. I can't shake it from my mind that spiritual anything is just weak stuff, but I don't judge it like that. I listen to what they have to say and think, is that true? And does it make sense? You said something like telling people that you can be happy with yourself and just live in isolation. Just you are your own everything. You judge yourself. It's not true. And I'm like, yeah, it's not true. Everything I've seen about the world is not true. If it was true, we don't need a like system, right? We don't need a view count system. We don't need a like or dislike button. Humans are tribal, social, all that. That's unglamorous and simple, and I wish we weren't kind of a thing. It's true. I know I was truly happiest when I was in the wrong staff. Fuck. When you just acknowledge the need. and satisfied. Simple. When you don't acknowledge it and try to believe the other thing, which is I can be my own person and be happy with myself, it's misery. It's just misery. And then the worst part is if you believe it so deeply, you will force yourself to try to hammer your emotion to fit that model, which is never a good thing. Because then, as she said, and I think this to be true, it then manifests itself as a subconscious desire in which you try to satisfy that need through covert ways. So you don't acknowledge the need to be social or whatever, or other people's approval. You just say, no, I don't want it. But then you seek it in different ways that are more pathological. That's the right word, isn't it? It's kind of like an illness at that point. And this is going to apply to children like X2 maybe, I don't know. Because they adopt them so readily, so they hear shit like that. It's not good. So I like the movie Equalizer so much. Like, look, Denzel has a corny line when she's talking to that girl. He says, when she's like lamenting about her situation and the misery she's in, she's trapped in the world she doesn't want to be in. And then, this is so sweet, like she dishes out a CD, like she wants to be a singer, right? And then she dishes out a CD. It's like her own homemade, fuck, people do use CDs. Like she wants to be a singer, right? And she presents it with like, it's just the way she does it, right? That hesitation, like, I don't know if this is good or not, but you know, just listen because I kind of trust you. Like the way the actress portrays that is just amazing. And then he just says something like, you know, I believe you can be whatever you want to be. And if it ended there, I may have just stopped the video out of just, okay, this is a bit too, But then she says, very delicately, maybe in your world, Robert, but not mine. And like, oh, you know, it's like, okay, like, you know. Then his counter argument was, just didn't change your world. And she kind of like shrugged. She thinks about it and shrugs and like, you know, that's, you know, it's good to have a mixed message like that because it's pretty accurate, isn't it? Kind of. Also, one reason why I can't, like, I am very surprised. Like, the AI has improved for sure on the recommendation stuff, because it depends on what you're looking at, I think. But, like, okay, yes, it has. You know why? It has, because on the, I think this is interesting, because on Chrome, on Windows, I have not really used it much in the last X years. And it's showing me that crap, that stuff I don't want to see. But on the other browser, Firefox, even though I've disabled all the recommendations, there are like certain pages that you can see that, and they're all really good. Like I'm like, okay, I want to watch that too, you know? Like they're all pretty good. And like YouTube has me profiled pretty well, I guess I would say, right? And it's got me profiled it has me profiled very poorly in the on the other browser because there's no data to go on. So that's crazy, man. Like I'm gonna say like it can predict with fair accuracy like who I am, what I like, you know. And that's in one level I don't mind being just surrendering to that and going okay, because I'm here just to watch videos. This is for me, right? The other side, which is very paranoid, would go like, well, you know, like, is that all you're going to use this information for? But because the upside seems to be pretty good, actually. But overall, I want to see recommended stuff when I'm in a mood for recommended stuff. So keep all the recommended stuff on a separate page and don't just, you know, flash it in my eyes when I'm doing something else. It's a distraction. That's what it becomes, right? Because you are busy doing something else, and he comes along and interrupts you and say, hey, watch this recommended stuff, right? And that's the issue. there are times I just want to watch recommended stuff. Like, I'm in the mood for watching something, and I don't know what to watch. The AI solves this problem, like, for you. So it's all a question about like degree of it, like how much of it do you let it do that stuff. And what is a feed if not laziness? Yes? So, just to minimize a few more clicks. That's how I feel about it. Because YT was great before the feed. When we did bother to search for everything, like one by one explicitly. It's just, now that you have a feed, it's like, you can now disable a part of your brain that consciously says, I want to search for this, and let the machine take over, so to speak. Let the AI take over. And I will say though, to be fair, like, it does a better job sometimes. Because let's say, as an example, like the movie Equalizer, I know I would have loved that movie 10 years ago. I did not even know of its existence. No one ever told me, dude, you like this movie or not. First of all, I'm turned off by the name and the premise. Some guy goes out and kills people randomly. Like, that's not what the movie really. I mean, that's what a movie is kind of about on the surface, but that's not what the movie really is about. Like, and yeah, I would have really liked that movie years ago, and I do like it today. So they've improved the algorithm. To be fair, like my life feels like it's better. It's better off because of it. I mean, it helped me find what I wanted to see. So I shouldn't criticize it so much. Just that on the other browser, YouTube hasn't built my profile yet, so it doesn't know enough about me. Okay, this boss is like also like why am I okay? I'm locked behind this boss. Rolana. I don't know what I'm missing. I think armor or maybe scattertree fragments. I think when I got to 13, 12 or 13, it started to get a lot easier. I think I'm at 11 right now. I'm missing a few more, I think. Here? Like this guy is supposed to be like one of the three, like, not even part of the main story, like, not super boss, but like alternate bosses. And okay, Bale. I'll do Bale. I didn't finish Bale, did I? I can do Bale now. I'll do Bale next. Yeah. So. Alright, this guy here. That timing is kind of rough.
I hereby vow you will rue this day. Oh, the true warrior.
That's very tough.
Your fear made flesh.
Jesus. Jesus. Alright. Next one. Yep. Alright. This timing is really hard to catch. Fuck. Alright. Jesus. I don't like the overwhelmed part. Like, it just... Camera... I guess the camera's doing a lot of that. It just makes you feel like... And And this jump back. Okay, that's what you do. Just charge right at him. Just charge right at him, right? Okay, there we go. There we go. This is good. This is a good situation. Behind the dragon. Come on. Here we go. Come on. Crying out loud. Do I go this way? Okay. That worked out fine. Egon is not doing his job, I feel. Which is to draw some aggro from this boss. Really? I gotta go a lot earlier. Did not realize it was that high.
Behold, the true great warrior, and I, Egon. Your fear made flesh.
This is good. This is very good. That's not okay. Wow, that attack. Oh, cool. Okay, these like endgame bosses are all really hard. Holy shit. Yep.
I hereby vow you will rue this day.
Okay.
True great warrior.
Okay.
And I, Egon. Your fear made
Holy, for crying out loud. For Pete's sake. Like, you know, for this boss, it's kind of the same feeling as the other ones. Like, it looks like it's impossible, and then if you just keep hammering at it, for some reason, in certain fights, the difficulty drops drastically because it's kind of like luck on the RNG. Like, it just does favorable actions. Like, it just does. It moves. It doesn't do its hard attacks like as often. And then the boss is just a lot easier that time. Okay. Wow. Okay, I'll try it again.
You will rue this day. Behold, the true great warrior, and I, Egon.
Wow, the roll timing is insane. Too late, too early, too late, too early. Okay, one more attempt, and that will be it. And I'm gonna have to find a different game because usually I stop here at the playthrough, and that's it. I went from 0 to this end game, and maybe if I find like some other strats on how to deal with this guy. But from the past, I just remember. Not a big deal. I got it there, right? Okay. Let's attack. I got it this time. Okay, that's good. Huh? Stop. Oh, you got the other one going for Egon. I don't know why did not hit him.
With a hail of harpoons, with every last drop of my being.
It is good to fire at range, not just behind him. Yeah, I'm screwed here. I'm screwed. That hurts too. Oh boy. Okay, that's it. That's it. I'll start this video today. Damn. Okay.